Well, I suspect we'll see at least an attempt at, first of all, understanding how a handful of traders could effectively manipulate stock prices so successfully and so dramatically. Whether or not it leads to new regulations, whether or not it leads to simply calls for greater transparency, time will have to tell. But at least in terms of how these stock prices, GameStop, AMC, and others, were ginned up, I think that game may be over for now. Certainly, the attempt on Monday to gin up silver prices didn't end well, even before that day had run its course. That wasn't because the regulators had stepped in swiftly. It was because the traders on the other side are beginning to figure out how to game the game stoppers.
So in a way, what has happened in the last 10 days, has it affected the way you trade in the markets? Has it in fact impacted your investment strategy?
No, not at all. We're long-term investors. If anything, it enables us to get some pretty interesting discounts. If the overall market sells off based on any kind of fear-related momentum, we can take advantage of that for the long term for our clients. At least we hope we can be able to do so. And certainly the managers that we invest in, the active managers that we invest in, are not going to be swayed by a week's worth of price activity. That said, anyone that did own GameStop or AMC certainly was able to smile all the way to the bank. Whether they took profits or not, that's anyone's guess.
Yeah, because these are all paper gains and losses. Still, you actually capitalize on them. Jim, what did you do in the markets in the last 10 days in terms of taking advantage of that fall of about 3% on average for the major averages?
So we continue to be very focused on battleship balance sheet blue chip stocks here in the US that have multinational impacts. We're definitely continuing to hunt among small mid-cap companies on a global basis. We're staying focused on China region. We really think US, China are the two economies you want to be long invested in. We don't think that the trends that have favored technology and consumer discretionary due to the pandemic are going to dissipate anytime soon. And we have also begun to look and scrutinize whether or not there really are some ways to interject more traditional value sectors, value names across the boards of our portfolios. And many of our active managers were beginning to move in terms of things like airline stocks, adding them to their ledger. So we remain disciplined, diversified. Our investment philosophy has stood for 25 years. Certainly the past 25 days didn't change it.